Hi, I'm Caitlin E, and welcome to the Lit Review. Today is my favorite video to film and probably your favorite to watch, Litland. So if you haven't been here before, this is my TBR game based off of Candyland, where I don't get to buy books until I've reached the book haul. And then I draw 5 cards every month to make progress across the board, and each of those cards is going to have color-coordinated genres to help me generally pick my TBR, but there's still a lot of freedom here. So I will link the Big Bad playlist below. We've been doing this since I think April. Let's see how far we can get to making progress towards this book haul. My birthday is in January, and so I'm kind of hoping that I can hit the book haul by January's Litland, so, you know, fingers crossed with me. As always, I like to give some special shout outs to the 2 people who continue to inspire me the most in the world of TBR games, and that is Becca from Becca and the Books with her amazing Bookopoly, and then Cody from Cody's Corner, who does Cody's Wheel of TBR. These are the 2 people who most inspired me to do what I'm currently doing, and honestly, they're the people whose videos most of you find me through, so constant shout outs to them and all the people who do TBR games in this community, because it's so much fun and I never get sick of them. So just thank you as a community for continuing to inspire. I will be doing one readathon this upcoming month, but it will not affect how I do my TBR. I'm going to be doing the winter seasonathon, aka Merry Bookmas, and I will be doing some specific vlogs for that down the road. But Kaylani is one of the co-hosts from Kaylani Simply Me, so of course I had to support her. Before I pull any of this, you know I have like some rules about punishment and whatnot, so let's check in on how much I finished from the month of November. So I had, let's see, 6 books to read in November. Most of them were ebooks, so it's going to look a little light, but my 3 physical books are here, and then I did complete Emma Hawley's Prince with No Heart and Alexandria House's Sanctuary. I did complete Martha Wells' All Systems Red. I am currently reading this, so this will happily roll over into December, but if I don't finish it in December, I'm in trouble. And I've also, as you can see by my bookmark, I'm made progress here. Again, this will roll over. And then the other one that I had was It's Been a Pleasure, Nani Blake by, I think, Claire Christian, and I'm halfway through that. So I'm a little nervous because I have 3 books that are going to roll over into the new year, or then into December. If I don't finish them by the new year, then I'm in trouble. So I've kind of been snowballing ever since like September, and we'll see. But on that note, I did have some check-in books to read, and so one of them I am currently reading because the library took it away and now they've given it back, but it's Star Touch Stories by Roshani Chokshi, so that one will definitely get finished by the start of December, and I have a few days left on that, and I'm already like 50% of the way through, so we're good there. I'm going to clock that as finished. I did finish Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay from my rollover, and then I am going to have to take a punishment this month because I did not finish Memoirs of the Geisha. In fact, I didn't even pick it up for the entire month of November, which means that this is getting unhauled in addition to me taking a punishment. Now, for those of you who reached out saying, you know, oh, I actually really loved it, it's a really good book, you should give it a chance, I don't want to make you feel like you've been dismissed or not heard, because I do deeply appreciate it when people tell me, like, oh, it's actually a really good book, you should give it a shot. This book has been on my shelves for over a decade. I have never touched it. I barely made a dent into it when I was rolling it over. You know, I just kind of have to make peace with the fact that if I ever want to actually give this a go, it's going to be a library book and it doesn't need to stay on my shelves. So I'm going to unhaul this, and that also means that I have to take a punishment square. So I'll be doing 4 regular card pulls and then 1 stuck square or punishment square pull. So we'll see how that goes. Let's get into it now. Okay, so you can see Wilbur is here, and to justify his placement, we have the punishment that got us nowhere. 1 yellow, 2 reds, 1 blue, and 1 orange. So these were our picks from last month, and they're gonna go right here in the discard. We have our new pool of cards, our stuck squares or punishment squares, and our challenge squares. So first things first, I do have to take a punishment, and that will not move us forward across the board. So let's see what that ends up being. A hyped up book you never got around to. think this is one of the cards that you as the community suggested the last time I did a kind of community ad, which, by the way, if you ever come up with really good ideas for either challenge or stuck square cards, just let me know down in the comments. I'm always happy to add more to this to make this game more fun and interesting. But this one, hyped up book that I never got around to. There's a lot of them. Okay, so this is one that I've actually had like back here on the priority shelf for a really long time. And for those of you, again, who are new here, I have like a long shelf of books across my desk that are books I'm hoping to get to. They're like recent acquisitions in terms of book boxes or videos that I'm trying to work my way through, or just like books I'm trying to remind myself that I own. So I like to pull from there or back here whenever possible. So this one's been on that priority shelf for a couple of months. And I definitely think it fits the bill of a hyped up book that I just never got around to reading. And that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. So number one, beautiful book, beautiful cover. Here's so many amazing things about this. I've owned this for well over a year and I still haven't picked it up. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that, and hopefully I'm gonna fall madly in love with this series. Okay, I think I might actually love this just on premise. This could be a really good one for me because we are in a fantasy space where Leia, am I saying that right? L-A-I-A? Going into basically an elite military academy to spy because she's trying to help the rebels after her brother has been kidnapped by the Empire, and the rebels promise to help rescue her brother if she does. But of course, there's going to be some tension because there's Elias, the school's finest soldier, and secretly his most unwilling. Destinies are intertwined. Ooh, we're fighting the Empire. Okay, I am butchering the synopsis. Again, I try not to go into most books knowing a ton of detail. I try to give summaries because I know that's really helpful to you as viewers, but I'm not always great at them, so apologies in advance. But very popular book here on the BookTube and in the Bookstagram community, just like Sabaa Tahir's work is one I've always wanted to check out, so I'm very excited to add this to my TBR, finally. Ooh, two purple. 1, 2. Ooh, okay, two purple. We don't see a lot of twos and we don't see a lot of purples, so this is actually kind of exciting. Purple is miscellaneous, and miscellaneous is my category that's kind of like my catch-all for all the other genres that aren't obviously mentioned on Litland. So things like graphic novels, poetry, classics, literary fiction, mysteries, like these are all the things that I can pull from when I get miscellaneous. And I'm actually kind of feeling some mystery for December. I haven't read mystery in a couple of months, and I feel like maybe this is what we're going to use this for. Let's see what we got back here. My first pick for two purple miscellaneous is going to be Bluebird Bluebird by Attica Locke. So this is a mystery set in Texas where a Texas Ranger is trying to solve two seemingly related murders, a black lawyer from Chicago and a local white woman that have really stirred up a lot of controversy in a local small town of Lark. So our main character, whose name is Darren Matthews, has to solve these murders before the racial tensions split apart the community. So it says an exhilarating thriller suffused with the unique music, color, and nuance of East Texas. Bluebird Bluebird is a powerful novel about the collision of race and justice in America. And this is Own Voices as well. I have never read any Attica Locke, but I'm really looking forward to this. And for some reason, for my second selection of that two miscellaneous purple card, I really want to double down on the mystery thing. Like, I just kind of feel it this month. I don't know. And so this one has been on my shelves for a while, and it just seems like maybe a more wholesome mystery. I believe it's part of like the cozy mystery genre, and that is Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder by Joanne Fluke. And part of the reason I picked this book up, if we're being completely honest with each other, first of all, Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder sounds frickin' cute, despite the word murder in the title. But there's recipes in here, so it's a cozy mystery with recipes. And I see this series all over Goodreads, with all dessert titles. So if I like this, I'm gonna start to collect these and maybe develop a problem. But I know that Spencer is always talking about cozy mysteries as one of her favorite genres. I'll link her channel down below. And so I've always kind of wanted to try them out, but haven't really gotten it. And it says on the back that it includes a bonus short story and extra recipes. So again, this just seems like a really good thing to do for the holiday season, for December. I love to bake cookies in December. I mean, I love to bake cookies always, let's not get it twisted. But I love to do it in December in particular. I have a special place in my heart for any type of baking during the month of December. Oh my gosh, I'm flipping through this casually and there's so many recipes in here. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog where I make recipes as I read this. We'll see. Don't hold me to that. I have big ideas that almost never get put to fruition because I get busy and tired and anxiety. But in theory, this could be really fun. And I'm really looking forward to having this on my TBR. One red. Okay, I'm not mad at this. One red is romance. Sorry, I sometimes forget to tell you the genre. So, romance. I have a lot of options here. I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, so because I have a couple of thicker books on there, I was kind of looking for one of my tinier romance novels, and I think I found the perfect one, and that is Courtney Milan's Proof of Seduction. So again, small in comparison. This will be my second Courtney Milan book that I will have read after completing this. The first one was The Heiress Effect, and I thought that was just the cutest dang thing, so I immediately bought one of her other books, not in that same series, but this one was really tempting to me because the main character is kind of like a grifter. She is a fortune teller, and she can make even the most sophisticated skeptic believe her predictions simply by batting her smoky eyelashes. And so our main character is named Jenny, but she goes by Madame Esmeralda, and she encounters Gareth Carhart, the Marquess of Blakely, who is trying to stop her from swindling his cousin. So this again looks fast-paced, small, but I also trust Courtney Milan to give me a ton of character development and fun in a smaller volume, and I just really am looking forward to reading more of her. So happy to have it. One yellow. Fourth pull, one yellow. This is young adult. Yellow is young adult. Okay, so I really, my priority shelf is getting closer and closer to the edge of this desk, so I kind of want to take something from back here. Got a lot of like Owl Crate and Fairylight books back here, so let's see what we can knock off. So I'm going to tackle Shweta Takrar's Star Daughter. If you remember from the time that I did my battle of the book boxes, I was not paying attention to my renewals and have two copies of this book, one from Owl Crate, one from Fairy Loot. I believe this is the Fairy Loot edition because it's purple. So I would just like to know once and for all whether or not I'd actually like this book, so that I can decide whether or not I would like to be a book hoarder and collect both of them, or if I could just keep one, or if neither of them need to stay. You know, it's like two books, one read on the TBR. But let me tell you about this book. Seems like it's got a lot of like really fascinating fantasy elements rooted in mythology, but it's also a story about family and the lengths that we'll go to help family out. So our main character is Sheetal, whose mother is a star who's returned to the heavens, and she pretty much tries to hide the fact that she's descended from a celestial being, until one day when she's 17, her starlight burns her human father. And it's the kind of burn that she can only heal him with the aid of the stars. So she goes to her celestial family and, you know, begs for them to help her dad. And they're kind of conditionally going to agree to it if Sheetal will agree to be their human champion. They need her to be the human champion in this contest to see who will be the next ruler of the heavens. So there's going to be some competition, there's going to be family drama, there's going to be fantasy elements, and also, I don't know if you've been noticing this the way I've been noticing this when I wave it around in here. It's a really beautiful reflective cover, so I'm very excited to read this. And yeah, love me some mythology-based fantasy, so it's probably gonna be great. All right, last card, no whammies. Let's not get sent back to start, please. I would cry. Oh, another purple. Okay, so we're kind of sort of starting where we left off in a way. Not in the get sent back to start sort of way, but one purple. So one more miscellaneous pick. I did my 2 mysteries. And I kind of have some chunkers on this and the 3 that I need to roll over. I need a tiny book. Okay. We also haven't done poetry in a little while. So I am going to do, for my last miscellaneous, I'm going to do Fierce Fairy Tales by Nikita Gill. I picked this one up on a whim, like probably about a year ago at a bookstore when I was just browsing and was like adding stuff to my basket. Like I had infinite shelf space. But I do really, again, love fairy tales, love mythology. And these are kind of like riffs or adaptations on traditional forms of fairy tale, and it's a mix of like short stories and poetry. So it's supposed to be like Nikita Gill giving some of these traditional fairy tales that have like really unflattering tropes to both genders a huge makeover, is how the little jacket describes it. This seems like a good way to wrap up our month. For December, we have 6 books officially to read as part of this month's TBR, and those are here. So we have 6, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, hoping there's a balance in here. And then I also have 3 books that are gonna get rolled over into my December TBR that I have to finish or else I take a punishment. So 9 books total. Realistically, it's this plus It's Been a Pleasure, Nani Blake, which I have on my Kindle. This is a lot. This is a lot. We're gonna see how far we can go. That is my December TBR for 2020. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a fantastic reading day. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of me or this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.